Hello and welcome to another video. As you know, we're drawing mammals, and more mammals, and we're busy drawing even-toed ungulates for these weeks and the upcoming weeks. So I'm going to draw another one, obviously, and that's going to be a so-called Chacoan Peccary. So Peccaries are rather pig-like animals. You'd be forgiven for confusing them with each other, though there are all sorts of subtle differences, most of which are on the inside. So I'm not going to show you those. If you want to know, look it up, please. I haven't got time for that right now. So you'll find that the nose is long as in a pig, but the face is more concave. Well, is more upright, you could say. So here we go. Large forehead, bristles. Now this is quite familiar. It's also visible in lots of real pigs, but also here. Now let's give this guy some very small beady eyes and a bit of a surprised look. I like that. Actually, it's the same sort of look as I've already drawn for its look-alike, the pygmy hog. So I hope you'll forgive me for that. I just like that look. So here's the ear, rather short, and here are the cheeks, which are very prominent in peccaries. They have got very large jaw muscles, so they can bite like something fierce, which they actually are, something fierce, so that's fitting. Let's emphasize its hair a bit more here. Okay, here we go. So, now, as in a pig, the body is rather stout and quite short. So let's show that. Here we go. These guys can actually run a bit too, but you wouldn't tell from the outside necessarily. By the way, it's also rather interesting to point out that Chacoan Peccaries were first described from fossils, so they were actually thought to be extinct until living specimens were discovered, and then it turned out the creature was not so extinct at all. Nowadays they are also quite endangered, so let's hope they will not turn out to be extinct in some time after all. That will be quite the tragic irony. Now, two hooves, very prominent here. Let's give this guy an active look, which you can do by drawing the legs more or less in a dynamic pose. I shouldn't forget that it's got something of a white collar. So here we go. There it is. And I'm going to emphasize, I will emphasize these hairs a bit more, because these guys are bristly, as I've said before. So that way you can also emphasize the collar, which is cheating a bit because it's also made up of rather coarse hair, if I saw and understood correctly. Well, by only emphasizing the other darker hairs, you can make the color stand out a bit more. Make sure you do not do all of this too evenly, because that looks too artificial. So try to let the bristles be there in a rather irregular pattern. As you can see, I didn't do that thoroughly, but you can fix that a bit by drawing some hairs just in another direction. Gives a bit of a bristly look. Oh, look at that. I forgot to draw its last leg. So here we go. It happens to be standing behind a hill or something. Anyways, here we are. A Chacoan Peccary. I hope you enjoyed watching this again. Bye.